Okay. I'm feeling slightly impatient. Gonna just start. Cause part of me doesn't realize that it's Sunday evening. So I'm just gonna keep going. I honestly wasn't sure if I would keep going, but I think I'm gonna go for it. Yep. Drama SMH. Well, literally one of my... Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So I think this is right where we were. If it lets us save in the middle. Okay, it does. Okay, so we were confirming the witness's testimony. We were still trying to find the big hole. Right. Okay. Okay, all of a sudden I feel like I lost 2 inches of height because the mic is like kind of blocking my thing. Okay, there we go.
So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all?
Nappy and Eden are invested in The Sims. Understandable. It's been so long since I played The Sims, honestly. So long. That's right. Other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes. The professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. Though it appears the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated water.
What do you think, Ryunosuke, of the witness's last statement?
Carbonated water sucks. This game. When this game asks you if something's important, 99% of the time. That last statement of yours, Miss Britt, has a profound bearing on this case. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they've actually learned. Maybe we got faked out.
Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing?
Oh no.
The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well sidestepped, counsel.
Very well. Miss Brett, kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Did it mean something? Holy shit, okay.
Gladly, she said. Yeah, you bet I did.
That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Which one?
The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase.
I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience rather than that, Ryunosuke.
Right. That pose, right? Cheers. over some carbonated water. Oh, it really is carbonated water. I would have sworn that was wine, but okay. But there's only one glass. Is that gonna be the angle? I'm going with it. Okay, here we go. Yes! Wait, that's it. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. And that is correct, the lady says. Wait. Was he translating? Or did she just understand Japanese? Anyway. Well, that is, it's, very odd.
Dear me. What is the odd defense's inability to express itself?
Inosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers.
The cheers?
Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1.
Oh!
You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection! Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutiae? What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
Objection! Objection! Minutia, you say?
Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you gonna try and tell me you can clink with only 1? You're quite right. Also, this dude hasn't mouth bled in like a good while now. Is he like cured or something? I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Just say that Just say that the dude was drinking out of the bottle or something.
Inspector, what did the lady say?
It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table.
What?
It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. Is more or less how she said it. I panicked and thought I should try and hide the fact that it had been there at all, she said.
Goodness gracious! Ah,
The cursive.
sorry. Just sorry, huh?
He was faking the tuberculosis the whole time.
There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Man, this is a fucking kangaroo court.
Maybe it's that she was concealing her presence herself as well.
Oh, please.
We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who can blame her for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray?
That's absurd.
Oh, really? So do we take it that you're now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief?
What?
No! This can't be put down to mischief.
I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
Just say that I put it in the Swan.
It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying.
Yeah, I guess that works. A handbag, you say?
Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. The why is has not been shown at all. Excuse me? This is just the how.
So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that the glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes down to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You've wasted enough time already.
Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass. Really confuses us with logical reasoning. Oh man, yeah. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? Hell no. Well, I don't know, really. If you want to pursue this matter further, going to need to show that it had some deeper significance. Yeah, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's obviously the fucking... Actually, let's go with the handbag because gun. Oh, wait! The lady put her glass in their handbag, you say?
Yes. Do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items.
Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following.
There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun.
But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. Oh, you're right!
Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard?
It's really very simple.
The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't be seriously... You can't be seriously suggesting...
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Josiah Brett's handbag on the day of... that was full Edgeworth. Did you or did you not search Miss Josiah Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? Bread? What's going on? No, sir, I did not. This man is worse than Gumshoe at his job, despite how composed he literally looks. You literally just finished The Great Ace Attorney? Well, no spoilers, because I'm going into this blind as hell. Please. But that's awesome. I mean, I do plan on going back to the trilogy, but I couldn't help myself. The game just came out. I'm like, this is the perfect time. Just a Dollar General Gumshoe. Oh, man. Yeah, so I guess the only person that doesn't know here maybe is Caligo and whoever else is lurking. But this dude just asked the lady next to him at the scene of the crime if she was carrying a gun. She said no, and he just took her word for it. He didn't search her at all. Just at all. Can't fucking believe it. Also, yeah, this is the best first case in the history of Ace Attorney. At least in the main games. I have to think back on what the Ace Attorney investigation game's first cases were, because I've kind of forgot. As I thought. In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! A porter! Porter! By the way, I'm trying not to be too loud because, it's late on a Sunday evening. Anyway.
But what is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Algie? Why on earth did you not have that lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
What's this about the Dawn being canonically gay? I believe it. But I guess you're free to, decide. He's canonically a gay lawyer from Japan. There, exactly.
Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
You think so, Kazuma? There's the, Yep. There's the tuberculosis. Okay, I am back. Getting the lore from the source. Am I the source, though? I would think Uni would be the source on that, but yeah. But like I said, feel free. I wouldn't be surprised. Especially if we are making Kazuma the Dawn, but yeah. Do I need to ask Uni? You don't have to. No. He's not gonna give a definitive answer. He's gonna be like, yeah, sure. But yeah. Would ask if. Oh, don't bug Uni. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, but you're all free to. He has that snazzy suit. I mean, doesn't Dawn have a suit? Sorry, I'm just pausing for like quick second here. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Well, what a sorry situation. Yeah, clearly you have no faith in the police. I mean, I guess not. Oh, now he's gonna be like, well, clearly you have no faith in the police. As I said, I did not search a lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. I can't tell if this dude is just lying out of his teeth or if he's incompetent. Simply because it was unnecessary. Right, sure. Okay then. All of the just all of them. Yeah, where's Cords of Steel Boy when you need him? Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I'd completely forgotten about. This photographic print. I like how they still give him eye expressions even though he has glasses on. That's great. Like you can just still see like the ends of his eyes. This photographic print. Oh, I forgot about this evidence the whole time, Smile. Is her bag clear? Is this just one compartment? Is this magically an X-ray camera? This is a print of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never! You can see right through to what's inside. If it's right after the shooting, she'd be holding the gun. These are the real fucking facts. Okay, that's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are at the height of fashion in London at the moment. But the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search a lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. It's the fucking Swan, I'm calling it. Oh! Or that mask is a gun. That's the alternative. As you can see, it has nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san. Boob guns? I wish I remembered what you're talking about if you say it's Katy Perry, but I haven't the slightest clue.
Order! Inspector Hoshinaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once.
Certainly, Your Excellency. Yeah, there's just so much places that this gun could have been concealed. There doesn't even need to be a bag.
I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted to the court record appears to have no further significance. I am satisfied that there was no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed, and there's only one logical conclusion. The pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us, the only possible perpetrator of the crime.
And I thought he was exaggerating. He's literally slumped. Okay. No. It's when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Damn. Even he's a little bit down. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Leonosuke. Oh no. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, no way to force the trial to continue. What? I mean, this is it?
I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. But the weaker meet, while the strong eat. You're wasting your time. There's no way to defeat true justice.
This is the investigator from Mary Poppins' ass and is literally pulling evidence out of his ass. Who said it had to be his, dude? I told, like, that dress can conceal a lot.
The fact you can chew onto your heart's content from the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really gonna be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? Kazuma. His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma. What? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
What about the fact that she would be holding the fucking gun? It hurts. It hurts so much. Okay, let's look. Let's look. What is that tattoo? That's a tattoo, right? Birthmark, something. Top of this handbag is very intricate. Why does that corner look different? You know, the fact that it'd be in her fucking hand. Are they gonna be like, gasp, the handbag is the gun? It's like a bull. You see it, right? Or a demon? I don't know, man. If you turn it... Why is the back of the bag solid? Yeah, exactly. Like, there could be a second compartment, you know, or the obvious thing. They're holding the fucking gun. Just everything. This is a farce. Was there an explanation for the wine glass and said bag? No. No, there wasn't. And they just didn't care. Why is the back of the chair against the table? Exactly.
It seems you'll be able to report to the British government on time after all. That smug little Ryanosuke Naruhodo. Having considered all the evidence placed before me, yes! Big boy slam. But wait! Your Excellency! Ryanosuke? Ryanosuke? Could it be? I don't think you can rule on this case yet.
Insert megalovania. True.
Objection! The amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes!
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now that means if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail I mean, he's gonna bluff, isn't he? Then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
Objection! This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence.
You'd better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. It's not like he can get disbarred. Not that I'm sure there even is a bar, but he's not even officially a lawyer yet. Alright, let's do this.
I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can claim any new information from this handbag. My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution's becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. Only I could put my finger on it. Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity.
What?
But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Excellency. So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hoshinaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. It's going to be the tattoo, isn't it? Brand, birthmark. Right? That has to be it. I don't know why, but that has to be it, right? Anyone else see anything else? That doesn't know spoilers. There's no way this is a shadow. I'm just going with it.
Yes!
Look at this, here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist.
That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Maybe I was right with saying brand.
Objection! Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you'd come out with. A burn, you say? On the victim's wrist? Clearly that has nothing to do whatsoever with the magnificent lady's handbag.
Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right.
Oh. Go on, Inspector.
The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. Damn it. Why don't you just tell him that, like, it's some secret society, I don't know. You got him all grilling something, how about that? Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the Dean and other university staff. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
Yeah, hell no. What's your thinking on this, Josuke? Do you believe this burn has something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, and it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging. Hope I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right.
I am? If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to prise this shutting door back open again. Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed. I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture.
But if we had evidence... Evidence that the feud would irrefutably link the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it?
I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. Deep breath. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what this burn really means. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Okay. Candle, no candle. There it is! There it is! It's on the plate! Holy shit. Yes! Watch this, Counsel. Yet another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore.
To hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, bully. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
I wonder what it could be.
Yes! Yes! The beefsteak?
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on.
The plate? Oh! Your Excellency, are you alright?
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival.
Oh!
This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn are exactly the same shape. Did he eat beef after all?
No!
Ryunosuke!
You genius!
You're spot on! Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Objection! But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time.
Well,
Objection! Sadly, Prosecutor Auchi, the chances of that are extremely slim.
Thanks.
But why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster. Certainly.
But...
I would say, looking at the picture of the wounds, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. Did he get grabbed? Or it's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. Or did he get burned after he died? I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But you're a detective, not a waiter!
Look at him pointing over there.
Yes! There you have it. Something isn't right here.
As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would be screaming in pain. There's no question of that. And yet, Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. And the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Well, yes, I suppose.
So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream?
I almost don't believe it. Ryosuke, you don't think?
Can it really be true? I've never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was asleep. Yeah, no. This isn't nearly as goofy as the first Ace Attorney game. I can't. I gotta go full spice. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from, in one particular situation. Counsel,
Are you suggesting?
Yes, it's only possible. If the man was already dead.
Already? Dead?
He gasped. She I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Knowing what we know now. Wrong voice. Knowing what we know now is the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead.
That's mad. That's madness. What the hell? Order! Order, please! Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once.
What? Okay, that's a little bit of a jump. That's a little bit of a jump.
The victim was killed by a gunshot.
Are you sure about... Yeah, I didn't suspect the gunshot to be this lady's MO at all. I got the fucking poison vibes. That bottle was that's why there was one glass. Shit was poisoned. Give me my updated autopsy report. You're fucking right, though. Where's Edgeworth when we need him? We actually need an updated autopsy report. Like, what the fuck? Also, I apologize. I'm eating something. Carbonated water, my ass. Alright, let's see.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student. But clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
Objection! No, Prosecutor Ouchie. It's you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible! I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But Your Excellency! The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I'm prepared to pass my judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency.
I'm scared. We're gonna see eyes, aren't we? Maybe not. What was that smile? Turns out the Dawn was actually a good lawyer. Was there ever a hardcore quest episode where the Dawn did lawyering? I don't remember. Just Dawn? That's a shame. What was that smile? Yes, of course. I mean, I fucking knew it! I knew it! I knew she was just playing dumb! She can speak the language! Just the little cues, you could fucking tell. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. What the hell? Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? Anniversary? What anniversary? Hardcore? Blessed? She does speak Prince. You speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all. This detective is like a real dumbass. That's all I gotta say. THQ is gonna be 5? Oh my god, okay. That's crazy. Alright.
Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country, after all.
What then? Why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? Pardon me. Can we have his horrified look as an emote? Yeah, I can go back, do that.
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your
Oh no. Oh no. I think Southern Belle was the right choice after all.
As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you, with y'all on your own level. You are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. And we are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
I see. Yeah, what the fuck, Ouchie? You're gonna simp for... I said the word. Oh, no. Well. You know what I mean. You're gonna be head over heels over her. Well, it was nice knowing y'all. I said the word. Anyway. Miss Gumshoe. Soon. I just have to, like, actually schedule something. Probably for next weekend.
In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
You really want to voice Miss Brett? I feel that. I think I'll just keep going if that's alright, but I know you could probably do it. Like, I totally believe you. Yeah, that'd be cool. Get to have some fun with your friends. Unless you want me. Like, my friend Hanson to do the waiter. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. I'm gonna do it with my friend later. Okay. I think I'll just go with that for now. But definitely keep you in mind. Anyway, I hope I'm not doing half bad, though. I don't think I've done the Southern Belle thing quite before, but yeah. Anyway. I kind of find it fun to, voice outside of roles that I would be accepted in otherwise. Gives me a chance to experiment with the range. So, we're finally gonna hear our own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. Things are getting interesting, indeed. Alright. The victim's death. Unfortunately, if you want movie Southern Belle, heavy Georgia accent, heavy condescending accent, gotcha. Unfortunately, I have no idea when that poor man burned his wrist like that. And the waiter brought my steak. The professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death, besides a gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life could have been taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. If you hate this country so much, why are you fucking studying here? Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Utmost captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy does it. I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Not at all, not at all. It was a delight merely just hear you speak, dear lady. Pain, get the fuck out of here. And it seems very clear from your testimony that his boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. She does not deserve the swan hat. I don't know, aren't swans assholes? The swan is a real racist troop. Is this a Ratatouille situation? The swan is just speaking through her. Damn, okay. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what's happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. Oh no. Oh no. Get her the fuck out of here. Huh? Thanks? Was that a prayer? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, Counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. Final. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with the witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately,
Is that clear?
Oh. Yes, Your Excellency. When you may proceed with the cross-examination. Okay. Yeah. Find the way to wrap my steak to Professor Knight Razor glasses. Right. Cool.
Yes!
Without leaving a trace.
If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police forces thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
Yeah, funny she didn't say poison, right?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
He's like Edgeworth without the brains and the sass. But then add the tuberculosis. There would be physical traces with all those causes of death. That's true. Maybe there's some other... But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're gonna have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Ouchi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions.
Slamming head on wall repeatedly. I'm trying to avoid doing the same myself. A way of killing someone.
A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. Gosh, I wonder what it could be.
I need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence.
Evidence.
Is there anything else on this thing? Nothing? Yeah, that's a little bit... okay. So that pretty much just leaves this. I wonder what do be in that glass. Yeah, too bad we can't examine a particular thing yet. We're just gonna have to go for it.
Yes.
No! Was that the wrong statement? Well, nope, you're wrong. Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't gonna kill us.
And as there are no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death.
It could only been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away, when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. Had it cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have already been dead at that point.
And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time.
I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie's right. Bip, 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 bip. I'm trying to show you, damn it. I'll just press everything real quick. As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water. Is that right?
Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter?
Exactly as you say, sir. Although...
Although...
whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table. I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you.
I have enough English to understand that at least. For the benefit of the others in the court, it means bless you.
He tried. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway. But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 seconds. You can't not have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours, have been left wide open. You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? No! What fun. You hadn't realized.
The chair lady is absolutely right.
As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Inosuke. Why didn't you tell me?
Why you staring, eh?
Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing?
Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can.
Yes! Well, I can't.
Anyway.
This is all kinds of redonkulous. Okay. What evidence do we have? I'm not presenting it. If we're not supposed to... Drained glass. You know, that's true. The glass in the bag would have to be empty, if that's what you meant. Like, that was probably the dude's glass. Yeah. Alright, so we got the evidence. So, which one do we present it on? Let's see. Shit, I went too far backwards. Or I went forward. Fuck.
This Englishwoman is kind of a dick. The burn tells us something.
Press everything. What is it, Kazuma? What are you thinking?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing.
Uh-huh. Right. Sure. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the picture of the bag. Let's fucking do it! Alright, let's do it. Yes! No! Did we press everything yet? Did we miss something? I'm gonna go back and press everything. Oh no. And this game uses the strike system. Okay, back to the beginning. Shit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And then
Yes.
carbonated water. Yes. Okay. That's a good point.
Yes.
Yep.
Objection.
Mm. I wish we could just say the words. Pfft.
Yes. Yes.
I'll press on this one anyway. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
The lands of the Great British Empire. The police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. Not in this country. You investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Oof.
Yep, my point exactly.
Wait.
Oh? Oh? He said words!
Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes different direction, vital evidence may be lost. It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can. You understand? Ah, a killer blow. This lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Amazing.
Actually, are admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie's finally starting to see some sense. I don't believe that at all. There's something about what she just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. I wonder... As I suspected, very tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony. The cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean
Hydrate. Stretch. Okay. There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit annoyed now.
bothering you. You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga.
The detective?
Yes. Seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. Was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening. Maybe. Alright. I have an idea. Try pressing on that last statement one more time. What? So this isn't like the original games. Like the in-between cross-examination parts actually mean something. I'm so used to them not meaning anything. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, but this time,
instead of targeting the woman herself. Let's see what we can get out of the detective.
Okay, I'm gonna stretch now. Soon as we get back out of this line.
Alright then. Wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again.
Okay, stretch time. So yeah, that was the thing though. It's like, we know what the thing is, but it's like, what do we press on? What do we present on? It wasn't blatantly obvious, and of course, it wasn't blatantly obvious because it wasn't supposed to be blatantly obvious, but the game didn't tell us until now. The game wanted us to press harder. Press the button harder. Yeah. Okay. Shit. I thought I could literally click on him. Furious clicking.
Yes!
Yes! Inferior? What do you mean by that?
Yep.
Wait.
Come on! Yes! There it is again!
Was that gonna happen anyway, or is that because we clicked? Click harder!
The detective's reaction's just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective's been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful to not let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It all has to do with the witness marker. What marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker on the left and right with A and D, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking at other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space. You catch the person at just the right time, might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around.
Alright then. So first I should move the marker across with A and D and focus on the detective. then pursue him with space, see what's on his mind. Here we go.
Wait.
D! D! Okay, the mouse worked at least.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Well, what's the meaning of this? He's... Damn. What did you just say? Oh. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts. Deeply. Looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please, share it with the court.
Objection!
Objection! What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over. Immediately.
Oh, is that how it works?
Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hoshinaga. Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? You think he's poisoned too, the detective? Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. That is the look of death right there. That she's making. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. But just why? Hi, Satoru Hosonaga. Always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
Death.
A crime scene thief? Well, looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Nope, take this, for example. Is that... This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened up 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Miss Brett. Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Now we have the thing to present. Okay. Holy shit. Let's do it. Yes! What is this? A bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? After 90 years. Yep. It's been 90 years. Yeah, they finally say poison. Order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could have possibly done it. Josiah Brett! It was you!
Objection!
This is outrageous! This is outrageous! To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence! You little rookie imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we've only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
Objection! This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime. What? The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
Ham, if I may.
I will silence you forever for this disgraceful.
Oh, shit.
Shut up!
Oh my god. Jeez. Damn, nice.
I can't be super loud.
It is you.
Who should be silent?
Of course. Of course.
I'm so sorry.
Dear lady.
Where did that come from? She just snapped. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring? I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, You still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe.
The bottle, I mean, Inspector. And whether it contained poison or not.
Do they even have the means of doing that? I guess even if you don't have modern chemistry, you could still go the inhumane route and like feed an animal it traces, I guess. No idea. Investigate the bottle for poison. Yeah, exactly, right. Detective drinks the bottle. Oh my god. Yeah, or that's how we just... Oh, and by the way, I took a sip of this earlier. Of course. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, that's really what happened, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Of course. No! There's no fucking way. I didn't expect it to be real. No! This dude had so much potential for being an idiot. But I don't know, man. His idiocy was just too much. You did? Have you forgotten? This dude is just... This is just dumbass Edgeworth.
Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at this present time.
Okay. Maybe we took a bit of a jump. Maybe he's not that stupid.
We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
Simple. She took the poison out right after. You know, or maybe the poison wasn't in the bottle to begin with. Maybe it was in the glass that she so conveniently, instinctually stowed away in her bag.
What? Are you sure?
Or was untraceable. That too. Yeah, maybe it's the type of thing that eventually just vaporizes.
The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No. No! I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady. The pleasure was all ours.
So I drank it. I really wanted to believe that that's what happened.
I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, Counsel.
I think that cross-examination has clarified everything, Smile. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death.
The glass, damn it. The fucking glass.
I can't. Give me like 5 seconds. Just, I'll be right back. We feel free to revel in the this court is so dumb in the meantime, because I know I will. I'm back. I wasn't gone or anything. I was just doing some messaging real quick. Just something I should probably message about now before tomorrow. But yeah. Let's do this. Just give me a sec. Let me just drink some water. Then I ready. Streamer. That me.
As the prosecution have asserted, shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Smile.
Sure it is. God damn it, Titanic's back.
Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding the weapon, is the only possible culprit.
You'd be like, oof, what was... Nice. Sorry, just give me 1 second. This is important. I apologize. Next time, oh, you're just going straight forward, are you? Okay. So, I'm done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no. I'm just glad the matter is resolved. Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point?
Oh, hey, Fliplove, how's it going? It's been a while since I've seen you. How's it so far? It's really good. I'm really liking it. Right? I wasn't expecting the first case of the game to have this much substance and spice, but it's borderline getting infuriating at the moment. Just because you know, people aren't seeing the obvious now. So it's kind of the good and the bad. Mm. I'm so sorry. This is just something I just. I'm gonna be right back again. I apologize. I apologize. All right, here we go. All right, cool. We're good. We're definitely good now. Kazuma. I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I'll have nothing more. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Who? This is that girl, isn't it? Yep. I don't understand, but sure. Alright, so you're gonna, just like you faded out of random places, just fade back in. Ancient me. No, I mean, I don't think it's right to say that there should be a Maya equivalent. Or is, maybe. I mean, if anything, Kazuma's our Maya equivalent. And that dude's awesome. Wait, but I am gonna go with the Maya voice, I think.
Please, wait.
Isn't that?
What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Sasato Mikotoba, judicial assistance to the defense. Judicial assistance to the defense.
Sus!
Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package, wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
What, so Kazuma's supposed to be more like the Edgeworth equivalent? We'll see. Nah. I don't want to throw him into those buckets. Anyway. Save. Okay, that's the only reason why. Yes. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god. Flip flop, thanks. Thanks for the gifted sub there. TE vibes. Dad. Like you're trying to wake me up here. I'm gonna go to bed in like an hour. Maybe. Map tops. Holy shit. There are gay lords in every game of their partners this time.
I had a paying job, now I can spoil people, lmao.
And the text-to-speech works! Finally got it working. That's cool. Sorry if that was jarring. If I had a paying job, now I can spoil people now. Understandable. I'm surprised it doesn't work for the gifted sub, but holy shit, that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. The resub and the gifted sub. Oh, the yawns are coming. Well,
I understand that you're the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
A judicial assistant? And a woman, no less. The rules state that females are not permitted into the court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial's already been concluded.
Actually, I'm not sure if I should have permitted that one. Power is out again. Feels bad. You're getting that storm really bad, aren't you? The double standard of misogyny is amazing.
You're too late, little girl. This trial's already been concluded.
"5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more."
But your excellency.
I am most grateful. I am most grateful.
That's probably. Oh my god, now we have 2 people in the side bench view. Never in the history of an Ace Attorney game. I don't know, maybe the 5th game. No idea. Maybe the 5th or 6th game. I don't know. For sure. This is just gonna be full of people, isn't it? Who exactly are you? More friends. Yep.
I'm sorry. There's no time. Please, simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something? Written in English. It's Giselle Brett's research.
The Englishwoman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
Yes, that's right. Ms. Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I'm afraid I don't know. I have been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, no. Of course not.
Special characteristics of curare. Curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. So, basically, another word for drugs. Nice. Which could include poison. Curare? What's that? I've never heard that word before. Alright, now how do we actually pronounce that?
Curare.
Curare? Alright, sure. Okay, here we go.
I've never heard that word before.
Time's up. Prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
There was too little time for me to read it in detail. but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Goodbye then. Good luck.
She's just gonna fade away again, isn't she? Fucking called it.
You've had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now, one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Leonosuke, out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know.
Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
And look, the unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett?
Yes, Your Excellency?
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence just a little longer?
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Brett, but it seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. So, Counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
So we get the option to throw? Probably have to examine it first. Yeah, I guess it's not, from what I looked up, it's not a generic term for medicine or anything. It's more like what's being shown here. Yeah, she's definitely hella racist. A poison? Whether ingested or inflicted from a dart. Yeah, English makes equally no sense. Okay, cool. So we don't get to examine a specific thing, but let's... Did we get the magnifying glass? We didn't. Cool. Let's do it.
Yes!
Yes! Miss Giselle Brett. I understand you are studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison.
What? Poison? Where are you going with this, Counsel?
Man, they are thick skulled. Anyway. A toxin known as curare, Your Excellency. I've already forgot how it said.
Curari.
Curare. Close enough. Toxin known as curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
Objection!
What complete and other nonsense? Curari, you say? I've never even heard of it.
You wouldn't have done.
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist. Correct. Which means, no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify curare.
Why?
Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
But what? What the hell?
But order! 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 It's so awkward to say order more than once, the way I say it. Order, order! Order, order, order! It's like, I just end up sounding like fucking Star Platinum. Anyway. Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report authored by the visiting Well, I don't think the name is English originating. At least I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Yeah, it's really funny to think about, yeah. According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's a reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows?
The report states that it's produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection! Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed, no, and no. The main thing that this poison does is paralysis, so, no. Also, the instant death part, yes, that too. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, I would have not noticed a disturbance like that. I would have noticed, rather. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
According to this, however, it's the other way around.
But what do you mean the other way around?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used.
Explain yourself, Counsel.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all his strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could largely go unnoticed. But
I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant.
Yeah, it paralyzes your fucking diet, you can't breathe. That's the quote, instant death. You're really just suffocating quietly. Is this man's hairband sentient? Maybe. If Kazuma drank the poison, do you think his headband would stop flowing?
The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move.
Sorry. Anyway.
But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
In other...
One sec. Water time. There we go. Okay, thanks, Impward. I got the idea. Didn't need the imagery, though. But I appreciate the hydrate. And now you're gonna make me get up.
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. That's hideous. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison.
Alright, dude. I get it, but Trust me, there's only so much imagery I can handle, thanks. Or not necessarily handle, but appreciate.
And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there's no means of testing? What a happy tale for the defense.
Ahem, if I may.
All these facts. You think you're so...
It is you. You must be Todd.
Of course. Dear lady.
I don't know. So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another honest's hard work, and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules. What's so funny?
Oh, excuse me. Yo, Excellency.
Yash, Miss Pratt?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment?
Don't give her the fucking bottle. Don't give her the fucking bottle. I swear to God, if they give her the fucking bottle. No, 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 no. I want to hit my head against something, but I'm not stupid enough to do that. Maybe just my hand. No, 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 no. Don't fucking give her the bottle. Excuse me, ma'am. This is a court of law?
Yeah, what the hell? You cannot have this bottle.
Well, yes. I don't see why not. Your Honor, what is wrong with you?
You imbecile! I can't.
Holy shit! No! This isn't happening!
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Don't get too big for your boots. You insignificant little island boys.
Sorry.
You are from a country that is nothing but fucking islands. You fucking racist. Anyway.
To an English woman such as myself,
This whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit. Holy shit. Either the bottle itself doesn't have the poison and this just becomes the big cringe, or it does have the poison and she's just going out in the most fancy way, like Simport said. Holy shit. Cheers.
Holy shit.
Wait! What are you doing? No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Goodness. Whatever's the matter? Y'all look quite stunned.
So, no curare. The bottle is clean. I wonder what's more likely to have the poison. The bottle or the glass so conveniently concealed in the fucking... I love and hate this at the same time. The bottle was clean? Is that what you're saying? Damn, I low-key wanted death too.
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with the assistance you have given.
Is this the cornered music?
This doesn't make any sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle. Doesn't there? But can have been, because otherwise she would have killed over dead. Come on, Rinosuke. Have all the clues now. That bottle of water. As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle. What? Why, Rinosuke? Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now.
Sometimes, the unadulterated naivety really astounds me.
But sometimes it's in need of a good staining, until it's as dark as your uniform in the ways of the world.
What?
Oh, that what this color is supposed to represent?
I don't understand.
What? What?
Excuse me? But we asked about the bottle, right? Yeah.
That was a guileless ending to a promising line of inquiry, Counsel, for which you have been penalized. This whole trial is poisoned.
True.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there?
Can you cite the evidence specifically? I fucking wish.
But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over Ted. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now.
This is the first trial. If it just gets more crazy than here, I applaud this game. But I don't understand yet, unless this isn't the fucking bottle. But why can't we just pick the glass? Why can't we just pick the glass? Why is it not just that fucking simple? The glass, in the bag. Holy shit, you know? Anyway.
The culprit did put curare poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. Hi! The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious? Objection! Boo! Are you blind? There's no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw...
Miss Brett drinking the water from it? Hold on. There's one other possibility. Third case, World War I, at the fucking rate we're going, man. Hold on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that if there was any mention of an antidote or not, or if that's what her research is supposed to be. Maybe. Did she just chug antidote beforehand or something? That she magically made?
Is Brett drinking the water from it?
Or not. Yeah, or it just fucking vaporized, yeah. Denatured, vaporized, one of the two.
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
We'd better see her eyes when she's found out. We better see this fucking Swan do something also.
How exactly? I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer's in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be.
Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim,
Then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed?
It's because it was the glass that was poisoned. And that very glass is in the handbag? It's the route of entry. It's the route of entry. Okay. It's fucking time.
Yes!
Yes! The bullet was poisoned. I don't know. Or, the dude was just like stabbed at some point. Dart. I don't know. It entered through the removed tube. Yo! Yo, actually though. Actually though. That explains it. Alright. So the answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation.
No.
After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter
Maybe you don't speak English, but clearly there's other people in here that do.
This impudent young scoundrel's trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Sasato-san's notes.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. It will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
Alright, hold on. What was it called? What was that heading called? Special characteristics? Cool. I've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it's left me curious about something.
Oh, Counsel?
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years. To lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting.
So we've been led to believe, yes.
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Get to the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there'd be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were gonna eat? Oh, yes! That's a good point! So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison.
Goodness gracious, Counsel! No, that would be madness.
But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound.
Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense.
Yes.
Mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever.
But what?
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew curare's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle out of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little...
Oh my god, the swan is real! I'm more shocked at that than anything. The swan lives! The swan did a read? Holy shit. It's real! What the fuck? The real killer was the swan. The swan extracted the tooth. It all makes sense now. The swan planted the poison.
Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Really?
Me?
Look at those eyes.
A lawyer?
Objection!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it possibly... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
Your escape plan flap with the swan hat like a propeller hat. She really is Mary Poppins. In a roundabout way.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish?
Flaw? As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. Succus!
Oh yeah. Oh yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers. What are they?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Huh. Hutch. That's right. Goodness gracious.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand. No?
I might need to go back and revise the things I've permitted. But anyway.
But order! Order in the court! Order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
What? Oh, what's happening here? The world? Time stop? I'm scared. What is this? Welling up inside me. Never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. So intense. It's almost rage-like. More than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Objection!
He objected! Objection!
I don't think so, Mr. Zylbrett.
He finally fucking objected!
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallow the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead.
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested, why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the curare?
Bam! Take that! As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners.
A fatal difference?
The toxic effects of curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. So that's it. You used your knowledge to You used that knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she? Oh, here we fucking go. Laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I just can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also... I'm gonna look up that word.
Just childish, essentially?
Puerile.
Puerile? Okay.
These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile.
Wait, what do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
What?
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around...
This is exactly what I was fucking saying. This is exactly what I was fucking saying. Why did they give her the bottle? Why did they give her the fucking bottle? I said it then and I'll say it again. Oh my god. As soon as the suggestion was was thrown out there, I'm like, they're not going to. They're not going to. Where's the fucking Megalovania when we need it? Oh my god. I can't. I just fucking can't.
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never might know what happens to it.
No.
I mean, it could just slip. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No! No. That's the English woman! Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from the broken bottle as possible, at once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this. They could just squeeze out the carpet, like, damn.
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you'd like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there was ever really poison in the bottle or not.
You.
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, fuck this guy. Alright. Winston Payne is leagues less of an asshole than his fucking ancestor Ouchie.
Of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady?
Yeah, there's a bunch of sharp glass on the ground now. That's little, yeah, anyway.
That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course the only person could have shot him from the front is a little schoolboy.
Objection!
No! You killed the victim that day, using curare. And then, in order to frame Ryosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Is this whole thing gonna, like, rely on this finding this hidden gun? You know, there's this giant hat, there's this swan, there's plenty of places, you know, anyway.
Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged.
Going to beat her to the swan? What does that even mean?
The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Naruhodo.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
One sec. Message. What this? Bit. Oh, never mind. Okay, anyway.
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her. But now, is she really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence. The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene.
Ryunosuke,
Yes?
we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it.
What?
What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence. It's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
In my head?
You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head.
So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
What I saw, what I felt. Every color.
Oh. Shit. How are we gonna prove this, though? If it's black and white. So that proves that he was turned around when he was shot. Turned around after he was shot, and he was facing the other way when he was shot.
Every color. Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer?
It's not like it's the thing that's red or anything. Turns out Ryunosuke's colorblind. There's a clue. Actually, Kazuma,
I think I might have something.
thinking back over everything I saw,
I think I might have uncovered another clue.
You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on then, let's wipe this smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence. All right, I can't wait. It's been niggling me for a while now. Something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. Clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is. I wonder what it is.
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this.
Yes?
What is it?
He's still miles away. Probably thinking about that bottle being smashed.
as you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you?
Absolutely.
I wonder, therefore, if you perhaps took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, water. I'm going longer than I expected, dude. This case is crazy. It's fucking crazy. What have I spent, like, damn near 10 hours on this case? This case alone? It's fucking crazy. Stretch. Okay, I'll stretch in place. Just, yeah. It's funny how Ace Attorney goes from, yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking, flip-flop. It's funny how Ace Attorney goes from, do these things in this obscure order, to, I wonder, nudge nudge, hint hint, what the answer, smack smack, could be. Yeah, the sheer bipolarity of it is crazy. Anyway. Like, for instance, plate of steak you took at the victim's table that day.
Objection! Wait a minute. Where are you going with that? Shut up.
Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw on the wooden base of the plate that steak was served on was a spattering of blood.
What?
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case.
Huh?
Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Oh! Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were.
Giselle Brett? I beg your pardon? Objection! This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Hold it! This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they called me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. And we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Meet justice. Oh my god.
Inspector!
The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir. Oh my god. Alright. Sorry for the delay. Get the lady out of here, please? Please. Did I misspeak? Anyway, my apologies. Oh no, the two different steaks, right? Anyway. Here is what you ordered. Steak.
Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector! The blood man! Show the court! The blood man. Oh man.
Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure.
Where the fuck is it? This is the wrong plate. This is the wrong plate. Wrong plate, wrong plate, wrong plate. No. No blood. No blood anywhere. It's the wrong plate. I'm fucking calling it.
But no, that's impossible. I know it. I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Oh shit.
You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. Fucking hell.
Will you quit it with that?
I couldn't agree more. In this case of disgrace to the Empire.
Fucking... I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial. Let's hope so. This, let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget about all it when it's over.
This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
Was the plate I saw, or thought I saw, was the figment of my imagination? This is it now. I've lost.
Yonosuke, it's not over yet. Not until the final gavel.
Huh?
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. If only Emma were here, yeah. The only person who understands forensics, I guess. Believe in myself? Really? In the game, I mean. In only... Forensics teacher? Yes. Why isn't that guy here? Good fucking question.
Believe in myself? Really?
Yes, Ryunosuke. You must believe in the believe. Believe in the believe that believe. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself.
He's probably looking for pictures of Spider-Man. I'd believe it.
As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection? The bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal Any other clues at all? Okay, I know what I'm trying to say, but do I say there's another clue? The clue is in my evidence? Or do I say nothing else? The clue is in my evidence. I'm assuming they mean nothing else. No. I'm really clutching at straws now. That would fly in the face of common sense. You know, flies in the face of common sense. Someone like you with no experience as a lawyer would last this long in a trial like this. How did you? He's like Mia, he fucking read his mind, they're fucking roommates. Opportunities are always there for the taking, but only for those with the determination to grab them. Let's have another good look at that stake. If you want to give up, you better wait until after that. Maybe I should examine the evidence in more detail. Well, a deafening silence from the defense. I will take that as your final answer. Objection! Objection! Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Okay, I guess we have to point it out. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
Your Excellency, I think I made myself quite clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country. That's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show to the court what you are alluding. Where precisely on this beefsteak can the clue be found? It's gonna be the bite marks, but let me just double check. Triple check, man. Okay, let's take in this shape. Take in this bite shape. And then let's go back. Does it look any different? Anything? The bite mark is like kinda different, don't you think? It's like similar, but it's almost like the angle is flipped. Like, doesn't the other bite angle go like this way? And then this one's going like this way? Or am I overthinking this? Are they the same? Yeah, that's a totally different angle. I'm not losing my mind. What the fuck?
Or was it just something we didn't anticipate at all? Oh, it's the coin. It's the thing the old man lost. That's how we're gonna prove that this was different? That's how we're gonna prove that this was the sergeant's stake, not the bite mark? I mean, sure, it works in our favor, but like... Alright then. Yeah, the sergeant fucking stole it and hid it in the stake as he was appraising it to be sold to him. Amazing. But, huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. And the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it. I mean, what's it doing there? Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. It isn't the first time today there's been talk of a Hoei Koban. I've heard pearls before swine, but I've never heard of... I don't know how to say the second word. How... I know this one is supposed to mean meat, and I know this one is bullion, like, but how do you... But I've never heard of bullion and bullion, I guess. Sure. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means... What precisely on this plate of beefsteak is the new clue to be found? I wonder what the fuck it is, huh? Certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoei era too. Would make it really quite valuable. Well, marinated in the juices as well. Look. What? Are you thinking of eating it? No. But next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's gonna be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. Nice juicy coin. I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Runosuke. Koban coin underneath this steak. There's only one logical explanation. What does it want me to do? We can't exit. Oh, R. Okay. Clicking doesn't present. Damn it. Okay. I thought clicking presented. No, that'd be too easy.
Goodness gracious. Good gracious, that's... A Koban? What on earth?
A Hoei era one at that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, isn't it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Shut up! What a ridiculous question. How should I know?
I've never seen that thing. I heard the accent, I want to do the accent, but I know it's more thematically relevant to do Southern Belvedere.
I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part in it. Objection! I fail to see how this is relevant. Coin underneath the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chief in a moment of distraction. Objection! Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now.
He's right. Can't be a coincidence.
Your Excellency.
Yes, Counsel. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now.
Objection! By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here?
The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak.
The owner?
Yes, it's obvious. It's only one person it can belong to.
The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Yuppers!
Take that! Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Rasute, Curio Kurikuda-san. Curie? As in, Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
I hope that goose attacks you, lady.
Ah, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct?
Yes, Your Excellency. Holy shit, I want to reach a pause point, but I need to go to bed, damn it. True, they don't... She's talking about her country, but last time I checked... Yeah, exactly. This trial has no end. Holy shit. This is the longest first fucking case I've ever played. And I love it. But look, I'm surprised that my voice didn't fucking implode. I can't believe that part. I'm just gonna stop here. Just so I can at least get 7 hours of sleep. Not ideal, but not terrible. Yeah, at least we can... I'm surprised you're awake. This case has... This case is compelling me, man. Alright. At least this game knows its length. And just gives you the option. Holy shit, man. This game has me, like, I'm surprised my voice is holding up. I don't know if that just means I haven't... Yeah, I'm just surprised it's holding up at all. The fact that I technically streamed twice today is kind of ridiculous. So I guess that means I don't necessarily have to wait for the weekend. Like, I'm kind of... It has me hooked, man. Yes, but I'll keep that in mind. I was thinking about... Yeah. I'll see, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Jesus! I thought I was gonna get to an end soon, but then it just kept going. I thought we were getting somewhere with the poison, but no.
Microphone activated.
Hey, Jupiter. I'm streaming. What's up?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just about to finish.
Oh, lol.
Yeah, this game is great, but it's just going on forever. So I had to just save and pause.
Valid.
But yeah, think I'll hop off of the stream. Good night, everyone. See you maybe tomorrow. I mean, my summer work hours are over, so I'm not necessarily gonna be dead after work every day. So we'll see how it goes. But if not, definitely later in the week or by the weekend at the latest. All right. See ya.